grab the black phone and get freaky as we have another Horror Nights house announcement.
And we're joined by Brooke to help discuss visiting the parks with a visual or hearing impairment.
This is episode 514 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everyone, welcome to another show, 514. Wow, they're flying by. Little team today with an additional. It's like being back in the early dark days with a guest. I've got Lee with me.
Hello everyone, well, it's the 4th of July, so we got rid of the usual two Americans.
I see. Are they partying?
No, we just kicked them out because they kicked us out.
Oh, fair enough. And we have Brooke. Hi, Brooke.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You are welcome. Coming to us live from Orlando.
Yeah. Not jealous.
Not at all.
Not now, though.
9 weeks tomorrow.
9 weeks.
Or 9 weeks today as this episode comes out.
I need a miracle. I am not summer ready.
Me either, to be fair, but who is?
I still look like a winter bear. Yeah, so interesting what we've got today.
Is it? Well, yes, actually.
Yes, is it? I think it is.
We've been doing a lot of, this year, doing a lot of sort of trip planning and giving people information about the parks that we haven't covered before. No. It's scary that we've been doing this thing for nearly 11 and a half years and there's still information that we haven't really talked about in depth that I know people will be interested in finding out. Not necessarily for them themselves, but people, potentially people they're travelling with.
Yeah, but it's good because it means that we're still learning as well.
Yeah.
You know.
We have said many times before, we are not the experts.
No, we're not. No.
They're on hiatus today. Brooke, how long have you been visiting Universal Orlando while we've got you on the show at the beginning before we get into things?
My family and I, we've come to Orlando every year since I was born. So I'm the youngest of three, and I'm a 90s baby. So we've been coming here since the earlier mid-90s. Every year, usually in the summer, and we are a total Universal family. I'm the youngest, and I have two older brothers, so I think they kind of made that decision for the family that Universal was a bit more exciting for them when they were little than Disney. So this is always where we've been coming, and I'm here now on family vacation. So now we're all grown. We still come as a whole family with my parents and my 5-year-old nephew now. So we're here right now.
I assume you're an annual pass holder then.
Yes, we are spoiled annual pass holders. So we went to City Walk last night for a movie and for dinner, and ran into the park at 8:30 to ride Spider-Man, take my nephew on Spider-Man, and do Velocicoaster.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Very nice.
I am very excited about pass holder appreciation days this year because we have finally actually get to take advantage of. You watch, this is the time they don't do anything worthwhile. Is that it?
Yeah. Just got a handshake.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take that, to be fair, from Mike Aiello. If it was Mike Aiello shaking all the pass holders' hands coming in, I'd take that.
Yes. Right, shall we kick things off?
Yeah, you're hosting.
Okay. I'll just wait for you to take over. We're going to start with little things from Seth, as usual.
I'm Seth Kabursky, author of the Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, and I have been so busy working on the upcoming edition of the Unofficial Guide to Disneyland that I have barely gotten a chance to visit Universal Orlando in the last couple weeks, but I've still got a bite-sized edition of all the little things to bring you. We'll start out on Hollywood Boulevard in Universal Studios Florida, where I've got a couple bits of good news to report. The horror makeup show has finally started using real audience volunteers once again instead of the planted employees that they have been using through the pandemic. If you want to be chosen as a volunteer for the horror makeup show, the best way to do it is to act like you don't want to participate, be a female, and preferably don't speak any English, because that will get you picked every time.
I don't fit any
Just
of them.
on the other side of the street, the darkroom green screen photo op has recently added some new backgrounds. Celebrating the park's vintage attractions, you can now get integrated into a backdrop featuring E.T., Jaws, or Back to the Future as part of the photo package. And right at the very front of Universal Studios Florida, they've installed some giant inflatable Minions. They're there to celebrate the July 1st release of the new Minions movie. Over in Islands of Adventure, there's been some long-anticipated menu changes over at the Green Eggs and Ham Cafe in Seuss Landing. The Philly brisket tots are gone, but you can now get carnitas toppings for your tots, as well as vegan pizza tots with plant-based cheese and pepperoni. And finally, if you are planning on visiting the parks throughout July, be sure to check operating hours very carefully. I brought some bugs to the attention of Universal's IT team. Their mobile app has not been correctly displaying the days for early park admission. But I did verify that you will be able to experience early entry at both Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure every day in July through the 31st. Early park admission will go back to Islands of Adventure only on August 1st. And from August 15th through the end of September, Universal Orlando annual pass holders will be able to enjoy AP Appreciation Days. Details of exactly what events and discounts will be available have not yet been released. I'm Seth Kabursky, and you can find my books at theunofficialguides.com or find me on the internet at The Unofficial Guides on Instagram or at the UG Series on Twitter. And I'll be back in a couple more weeks with another look at all the little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort.
How dare you, Seth? How dare you stand us up for a Disneyland book of all things?
Tut. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's good to see that they're doing the horror makeup. Have you done the horror makeup while you've been there yet, Brooke?
Not on this trip, but we definitely will, because I don't think that my nephew's ever seen it, and he loves spooky.
Okay.
He's gonna dig it for sure.
Yeah. It's a weird one because I think they have people in that audience all the time, just in case they have no one to pick on. Because when we came over in February 2020, we saw that show twice on separated by about 3 or 4 days, and it was the same woman both times.
Yes.
So,
nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't come enough to recognize who they pick, but I know it definitely used to be more spontaneous. I was here on a birthday trip a couple of years ago, and it was when Beetlejuice was just would randomly kind of pump up the crowd before the show.
Yeah.
And had a really awesome interaction where he told me happy birthday and asked how old I was. I was like, oh, I'm turning 28. And he was like, oh, there's nothing exciting about that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it seems to be the last thing that COVID has affected that's gone back to normal, I would think, at this point. It's just strange why they've took this long to...
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of any reason.
No, because the parks have been back to normal for, 18 months now, pretty much?
Can't be that long. I mean, they only were out of action for about 6.
A year, then. I don't know, it's been a long 2 years.
Yeah, it has.
Or a fast 2 years, I don't know. Depends on the way you look at it.
Pork carnitas seems to be the buzz thing at the moment, doesn't it? Because that's the crepe they've put in at Central Park Crepes. The green eggs and ham pizza, they're not pizza tots, they're just tots.
They must have got a deal.
Pork, I don't even know what pork carnitas is,
Bulk
to be fair.
carnitas.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What is it?
I did try the crepe last time I was here, and I did not rate it because it's not a full-time menu item. Maybe it is. But I did, regardless, I didn't rate it, but it wouldn't have got a very high rating from me.
Really?
Maybe it was a good thing. Yeah, it wasn't my thing.
I don't even remember the brisket tots, to be fair.
Did we have them?
We had all of them, so I would assume so.
I don't know.
I didn't really remember the pizza ones, and
chicken.
the buffalo chicken were amazing.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, buffalo chicken's the shining star for sure.
And obviously the green eggs and ham one.
Yeah, but the buffalo ones are.
So it must be the 4th one then?
We had pizza. Yeah, it must have been. I don't remember them.
Not me either.
No, weird. We did eat a lot of tots, by the way, that day.
A lot of tots. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going hard on the E.T. Back to the Future and Jaws stuff at the moment, aren't they? With the photo ops, and then obviously with the tribute store. Have you been in the tribute store yet, Brooke?
Not yet. Really excited to do that, though.
It looks so awesome. I'm so gutted we're not going to get to see it.
It does make me wonder if the long-rumoured museum, if you like, is going to make an appearance in Epic Universe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, how many years has this been rumoured for?
Well, when they redid the Over the Gardens of Allah, the media preview centre, and everyone was like, oh, that's where they're going to put it. And we were all like so excited, and then it wasn't. And we're like, oh, a preview centre? What the hell?
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I think there's enough history at Universal Orlando now to do it, and even if you throw in Horror Nights stuff in there as well. I know we're going to talk about it in a minute, Brooke, but are you a Horror Nights fan or are you a chicken?
No, big Horror Nights. Yes, I'm both.
Both.
We've been doing Horror Nights since we were teenagers.
Nice.
So big fan of Horror Nights. So we're that's pretty much why we got the pass, so we could do both, like come in the summer on a family trip and then do like a fall Horror Nights trip. So got my friends into it now. It's been great. Yeah.
I wish I was a chicken. I wish I got scared.
I used to be more than I am. It's just like the jump scares. I think a couple episodes ago you guys were talking about, or Chris was talking about his family. That was like their thing. Scaring the crap out of each other. 100% my family as well. So kind of grew up that way. So we like the local haunts. There's a ton in Ohio. If you ever look at a map of like the number of haunted houses per state, for some reason Ohio has way more than anywhere else. Maybe that's because we're home to Cary, Ohio. But
of course, yes.
Maybe. But yeah, definitely our thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of Horror Nights, Brooke.
Yeah. As Horror Nights swiftly approaches, we have had our third house announcement, The Horrors of Blumhouse, which will bring to life Blumhouse's upcoming supernatural thriller, The Black Phone, and horror comedy, Freaky. The Horrors of Blumhouse will transport guests into an alternate dimension where the scares are real and the stakes are life or death rather. In The Black Phone, which hits theaters June 24th, or did hit theaters June 24th, the Grabber is a demented magician known best for his sinister trick of making people disappear permanently. Guests will find themselves trapped in his funhouse, where the sounds of ghostly voices whisper hints on how to escape, but guests must tread carefully to outwit and outrun the Grabber's twisted magic.
It sounds like some sort of pervert, doesn't he? The Grabber.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Brooke, please continue.
No, it's okay. I didn't know where to go with that.
We never do.
I went nowhere. Nowhere. Okay. And Freaky will challenge guests to outrun serial killer The Butcher, who has switched bodies with a high school girl after being cursed by the La Dola dagger and an ancient Aztec blade. Guests will learn firsthand that looks can be deceiving as they encounter the sweet-looking teen who is actually The Butcher. She is determined to hunt for their next victims.
Ooh.
Right, having not seen either of these yet, when the announcement came out, I was kind of like, eh. But having listened to that there, I'm actually quite excited about it now.
Yeah.
I do want to watch them both before we come.
Oh, we will be, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen either of them, Brooke?
No, I guess I'm a horrible fan. I haven't seen either, but the Grabber, I guess, he looks super spooky.
Yes.
His mask is scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to be in a house where people are going to look you're probably going to think, oh, I'm just walking next to a guest, right? And it's going to be the Butcher. That's going to be kind of neat.
Yeah, it's two houses that seem, I'm not having seen them, but I know enough about them both, of tonally very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one seems to be a proper sort of scary horror and the other one's a horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, you've got a balance there.
Desensitize a little bit because you're not sure you're going to go in expecting full scare and then get... I'm actually quite excited about it. I think at this point, I don't want to give away everything at the moment, but I think this is top of my hype list at the moment.
Well, let's face it, has Blumhouse ever failed?
Really? Movie-wise or house-wise? Because the houses haven't gone down too well, to be fair.
Movie-wise to start off with?
No.
So what have we had already?
The houses?
Yeah.
Come on, Brooke, you must have done them. Didn't they do Happy Death Day and The First Purge, I think, was one house?
I don't think I did either of those. And I didn't see Happy Death Day, but that's like the horror comedy vibe too.
They've done two, and I think they did a dual one, which was, I think it was The First Purge. They were talking about it on Rush of Fear on their last episode.
Yeah. The
First Purge and Happy Death Day, and then they did a three-for. The first one, I can't remember what was in there. I want to say Sinister.
Okay. Yeah, that rings a bell.
And then I can't remember. I'm going to look it up. 28 was the first one. That was the First Purge. Oh, sorry, the second one. That was the First Purge and Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
And then 27 had... Can't even find it now. The Horrors of Blumhouse, which was in the MIB tent. It was Insidious. Oh, it was Insidious, The Last Key, Sinister and The Purge. The Purge seems to be that property at Horror Nights where if they lose a license or they don't know what else to put in, it's like, just shove The Purge in there, it's fine.
What year was it we went with The Purge?
25.
Of course it was.
And it was supposed to be Scream, so it was like a quick, oh crap, we haven't got the license for Scream,
Yeah.
just quick slap Purge over the top of it. And it was so obvious it was Scream. So you didn't do either of those, Brooke?
No, I didn't. For some reason, it rings a bell. So I want to say maybe I was there, and I just didn't do that house. We've gotten a little bit more savvy with like express passes and timing up when we go. But yeah, I don't think I did either. I know the Insidious house got pretty good reviews, right? It was pretty, like, that movie was scary. But did the house come out before that Insidious movie? Was that the odd thing about that year?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think, because when we did Insidious at 25, it was 1, 2, and 3. And Insidious 3 had either just come out or it was due to come out. I can't remember whether we'd watched it or we were ready to watch it.
Was that the year that me and Lon got the scare after we'd come out of the house?
Yeah, they did that a lot.
That was the only scares I got. It was great, that.
But yeah, I'm quite excited for this one. I definitely want to watch them.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Because
got lots of prep to do.
Freaky anyway when we saw it. I love Vince Vaughn. I'd watch Vince Vaughn in anything. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
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 Any other thoughts, anyone? See, I took over hosting now.
You always do.
Brooke, seems as though you're not going to be joining us for the rest of the shows for the rest of the year.
That's a statement.
The three that are currently announced, where would you put them in your little hype list?
Okay, so we have
got Monsters,
we have Halloween, right?
Halloween. Yeah.
And then the
Legends
Mummy
Collide.
versus Wolfman, Legends Collide. And this one, Halloween's definitely at the top of my list. That is like my all-time favorite horror movie, I would say.
I knew I like Brooke.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's such a great classic.
Yeah.
That's, I think, one of those movies I can think about that kind of made me fall in love with the excitement of being scared, but not really actually being in danger, right?
Yep.
And I was even more excited to hear that they were basing it off the original Halloween, because my brother and I were talking about that in the plane. Like, they could do so much with the original house, or even Michael's house. Like, it's just going to be great. And some of those iconic scenes, if they're able to recreate them, it's going to be really incredible to walk through. So that's definitely at the top of my list.
Okay.
I think I would put the Legends house at number 2, because I really liked the classic Monsters houses that they've done recently. I think they've been super successful. So I would definitely put that at number 2, and then I would put this at number 3, but probably just because I just don't know much about it. I'm sure they're going to be great.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Did you do the original Halloween house then, Brooke? Which I think was like
I did not.
24. It was 24 or 26. I think that's the thing, because I think a lot of people, when Halloween got announced, they were like, ugh, not Halloween again. And everyone was expecting it to be based on the new ones, which I'm glad it's not as well.
My brother and I have a conspiracy theory that the what was the awesome house last year? I'm just totally blanking.
It wasn't there, unfortunately, so you're gonna have to narrow it down.
Oh, sorry, the one that you're like the most sad about missing. The
Wicked Growth.
Yes, Wicked Growth, because I can only think of, we have a conspiracy theory that was supposed to be Halloween Realm of the Pumpkin, because of all the aesthetic in that house.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it was on the original spec map. And that's kind of the outlier of the Halloween movies.
Yeah, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yeah.
When we walked through that, as soon as we got out, he was like, I think that was supposed to be Realm of the Pumpkin.
Okay.
But regardless, it was an awesome, awesome house.
Yeah, I would have. That's the one. Like Scarecrow the Reaping and Wicked Growth from last year, the two that I'm just like, no.
There's always,
it was incredible.
Yeah, when you miss, there's always one that you're absolutely devastated over.
To be fair, if the spec map's true, there isn't one I'm going to be gutted that if I missed it this year, to be fair.
Don't go then, it's fine.
I still want to go, but there's nothing on that spec map that makes me go, oh, that's the one.
Well, wait till you've got the actual map, the confirmed map.
It's not The Weekend, I can tell you that for nothing.
Do you know what? That could turn out to be your favourite thing of the whole year.
Bet it isn't, I guarantee.
But it could be.
It won't be.
Could be.
It won't be.
I'm gonna play all of his music while you sleep.
Mr. Weekend, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but it's just not grabbing me. Your music doesn't do it for me, mate, I'm afraid. I've tried. I've tried listening to his music.
So he's going to unsubscribe now.
I'm sure.
I'm excited that they're exploring like different mediums outside of just like film, right?
Yes.
I think that that's really exciting. I agree. I'll be like interested like where they take that with The Weeknd, but everything that they touch turns out awesome. I have confidence.
Agreed. Me and our oldest were talking about the other day, and it's like even if there's nothing on that spec map that jumps out at me and going, that's what I'm looking forward to. I know there will still be one on. To be fair, Yeti at 29 wasn't necessarily that high up on my hype list, and it's my favourite house.
And I was just going to say, usually when you're underwhelmed by something, things can only get better.
That's actually, it's not a bad thing, actually. You go in with lower expectations and see it for what it is.
You're just going to go and enjoy it for what it is. And then you find something that's stand out. And
like, look at American Werewolf in London at 25. That was the one that at 23 I missed, and I was like, oh man. And then they brought it back, and I was like, yes, and it was terrible.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry for everyone who doesn't like Halloween Horror Nights. We get complaints all the time that we cover Horror Nights too much. Sorry, I like Horror Nights.
We do. Shall we move on and do some Producers Club birthdays, because
there's a million.
We have a lot of July babies here. Okay, we are going to kick this off with July the 6th. We're going to start at. And it is the lovely Glyn Petrie's birthday. Happy birthday, Glyn.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then the following day, on the 7th, we have Rachel Hoffmein's birthday. Happy birthday, Rachel.
Happy birthday, Rachel.
Happy birthday.
She will be joining me on the show in a couple of weeks.
Oh.
I've already recorded it.
Yes. And then on July the 9th, we have Mr. Jaws himself. It is Tom Wagner's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Thomas. Did you call him Tom?
Tom, yeah. Look, we're close friends. He's Tom. Happy birthday. Oh no, I've just spotted another one as well. There's 2 no's in this list.
Yes, there is.
Well, we actually have birthday twins. On July the 10th, we have... there's only one, thank God. It's Stuart Mallett's birthday. He's amazing. Happy birthday, Stu.
Happy birthday, Stuart.
Happy birthday.
And his birthday twin is also awesome. This is John Kleindl's birthday. Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then, am I allowed to call him by his...
yeah, but I'll have to bleep it anyway.
And then July the 11th, it's Head's birthday. We've seen him in a few days' time, I think. A few weeks, aren't we?
We don't have no idea what's going on with him.
Well, we might be seeing him in a few weeks. Anyway, happy birthday, Kieran Elliott.
Happy birthday, Kieran. I want my magnet, by the way. Brooke's like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
I know, this is great. I have no idea who these people are. I would love to roast as well, but...
A few of these we know personally.
Yes, Kieran lives about 3 miles down the road from us.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the following, not the following day, and on the 13th of July, we have the great Kevin Jocelyn's birthday. Happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
And the following day, this is where I need to see the following day. It is the super Logan Price's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Logan.
Happy birthday.
And then we have birthday triplets. This never happens. Birthday triplets. So the 15th of July, we have 3 of them, obviously, because that's what triplets are.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is the lovely John Shep's birthday. Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, I've just realised I haven't done...
I know, I'm waiting.
Oh, someone's going to get it who wouldn't normally get it.
That's it. Well, it's normally the case. And it is also the wonderful Madeline Kay's birthday. Happy birthday, Madeline.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And bringing up the rear, it is John Roberts' birthday as well, who is also amazing. Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Nice. Happy birthday, John.
Kieran's going to be spitting feathers that he didn't get it.
I should add in my alternative at some point.
Yeah. I have no idea what it is.
Sengil Chukahamnida.
There you go, that's the one.
So happy birthday, everybody. I hope there's lots of cake and fun and memories and presents.
Yes, the Producers Club is open if you want a happy birthday read out. We're in the midst of renewals at the moment.
We are.
Brooke here is a lovely Producers Club member.
Yes.
I won't ask her to say what it's like because she'll go, that's the biggest waste of money I've ever done in my life.
It's not
it's awesome. if you like talking about Universal Orlando, which of course we do, definitely join. It's a good time.
This year's been great. Everyone's really like Jenna Vutsinis has just got one of those Velocicoaster, the wooden.
Oh, I saw. Yes, I saw she made it. It was a bit of a pain.
I really want one, but she said it was a nightmare to put together.
Which means you break it.
But I really want one. I've got the Universal Globe, those metal put together. What? It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. $25. That doesn't look like it was $25. Now it looks like
it was.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it looks like I've pulled bits of tin out of the bin and put it together.
It does. It looks like Meccano. Wow. Okay then. Right. Let's move on to something new.
It's not new. We did it last time.
Did we do it last time?
Yeah, it was Chris's L. Poor Chris's L. Chris,
No.
I've got your back, buddy.
Hang on. No, it's still new.
It is new.
It's new. So leave me alone. We have a clip from the Coopers with their Bow Pick a Bow Bow.
With a shameless plug-in here, by the way.
Oh.
Hello, this is the Universal Family Podcast, and we are here in City Walk to
Bow Pick a Bow Bow.
Hey, this is Brian. I had the kimchi chicken. I thought the kimchi could have been a little bit spicier for my liking, but it was really delicious, so I would give the chicken bao a oh hell yeah.
This is Lara, and I had the beef brisket bao, and it was pretty good, but it was kind of one note, and the brisket kind of just had a barbecue flavor that tasted pretty basic, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
This is Tan, and I had the duck bao. I thought it didn't have a lot going for it. It was kind of just plain, but I thought the duck was cooked really well, so I would probably give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Hi, this is Zine. I had the pork belly bao. I really liked the flavor of the bao and the texture. The bao was very fluffy, and I really liked all of the greens together and stuff. So I would give this a 5. So oh hell yeah.
I also had the veggie bao, and I would just say it was kind of, it's nice to have a vegetarian option, I guess, but it's definitely not one I would order again. So I will give it a 2.5.
I also had the shrimp bao, and I'm going to give that one an oh hell yeah for sure. The shrimp was very crispy, and there was all kinds of vegetables underneath of it. It was very fresh.
All right, that was our Bow Pick a Bow Wow, and we hope to hear everyone else's.
That is the way to do it if you're going to do a Bow Pick a Bow Bow. Brooke, you are in Orlando. You are visiting Universal. Are we going to hear one from you?
Yeah, maybe. I've tried before, and obviously this was before we were doing the reviews, but I would agree that the kimchi's awesome, shrimp's awesome. I don't really remember the other ones that I had, but agreed, get a bunch if you're with a friend, and everyone gets to sample them.
I'm really looking forward to going.
See, I love kimchi. But I like my kimchi sour as well.
Yeah, I would say the kimchi's not super, that flavor's not super strong. It's more of the fried chicken, that's what comes through, but it was super good.
Well, with them catering for a very general and wide audience, they can't make things too spicy.
Yeah.
Put people off.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to go and try all of them. I even actually want to try the shrimp one, and that's really unusual for
I
me.
like shrimp. I'm looking forward
because
to
they said it's crispy.
Okay.
Because it's the soggy stuff that I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the shrimp was really good.
Yeah.
They picked a great idea. Why have we never sent podcast messages into other podcasts of a way of promoting our podcast? Props, guys.
Yeah, go for it.
They are the new kids on the block, but
Yes.
I've been listening to it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretenders to the crown, but
No, good luck to it. Like we've always said, there's room for everybody here because everybody brings something different to the table.
Exactly.
There's no point in people being competitive and just.
Apparently they're staying in a volcano, or the last trip they did recently, they stayed in a Volcano Bay view room at Cabana Bay because we told them it was worth it. And Tracy and I looked at each other when I told them that, and we're like, we haven't even stayed in one yet.
No, but we have not heard anybody complain.
No, I've seen enough videos of it that look amazing.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Brooke, would you like to tell everybody how to get involved?
Yeah, so if you would like to get involved, get some bows and rate them. This is the same rating scale as Rate My Crepe. So first, go try some bows from Bin the Bow, and then record yourself telling us your rating, 1 being and 5 being hell yeah. And send it in at podcast@uuopodcast.com or any of the socials. which I'm hearing we now have TikTok, which is great.
We do.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if the sound was coming.
Oh, it's there. I didn't want to do it over the top of you.
That's okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we do have TikTok. Don't follow it yet. Just let me deal with it. Maddie offered to help me, so once Maddie gets into it, she knows what she's doing with it. I have no clue what's going on with it right now.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I have a self-imposed ban from TikTok because I was on it for 2 hours. And it felt like 30 seconds, and I was like, whoop, nope, this is too dangerous. I'm not doing this. So, yeah.
Tracy sends me the pic of the stuff, so I don't need to go on there. But anyway.
That's on Instagram. I just send all the crap on there.
Yes, that is true.
Yes. Oh, who doesn't want farting dogs and stuff like that?
Oh, yes, the internet. The amazing, the gift that keeps on giving. What would our lives be like without the internet?
Hey, you wouldn't have had that nice meal the other night if it wasn't for Instagram.
Probably not, but then I also wouldn't have seen a lot of crap that I have seen over the years. Wasted my life.
It's all a balance.
Anyway.
Yes. So we got a recent question about visiting the parks with hearing or visual impairments. This came from John Williams, who reached out to me personally.
Not the composer, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering.
He might compose as well. You don't know. We had some good back and forth, and I collected some information for him from various sources. And we thought that it would make... that the information really should be out there, so we thought we'd make a bit of a segment on the show. Well, it's a one-off segment, really, isn't it? Unless we find out more stuff in the future. Yes, I'm waffling.
We dragged Brooke away from the pool to come and talk to us.
Yes. So, yeah, it's not easy. You can't just go and... You need this information. It's just there. You kind of have to, not search for it, but you do have to do a little bit of looking around for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought if we bring it to everybody's attention, if you know somebody or you hear of somebody who needs this sort of information, it can be passed on. So, yeah, now Brooke has experience of visiting Universal with someone with these issues, so this is why
I do believe it's today. Your mum, Brooke.
Yeah, my mom. And so my mom actually, if you guys are Googlers, which you might be, she has something called Usher syndrome, and specifically Usher syndrome type 2, which actually affects your hearing and your vision throughout your life. So she has both a hearing loss and kind of a degenerative eye disease, so she's kind of slowly losing vision too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That must be hard.
I have not heard of that. That's a new one on me.
Yeah.
It's super rare. So it's like a very rare and like recessive. I think both parents would have to be carriers, and she has a sibling that has it as well, but not all of her siblings have it. And yeah, she's born with it, something that you're born with, and kind of over the span of your life, you start to show symptoms, which is something I'm happy to share and talk about what that's been like on her behalf, but then also, just having a family member with hearing impairment and low vision.
Yeah, because I said this isn't just for the people who have it; it's for the people who are going with the people who have the impairment as well. Because everybody,
or who may hear be on some forum and somebody asks a question, just direct them, because this is what we need to do. So as we said, we wanted to give you guys, when we have these issues of visiting with someone who does, this information to help you navigate the parks. Now, before we get into Brooke's boots on the ground experience, you like that term, don't you, boots on the ground?
Yes, I
do. We wanted to give you what Universal offer and some other information that we've managed to gather.
Right, so those of you who are hearing impaired, interpreting services in American Sign Language may be requested at no charge. I should think so. This is stuff from the actual Universal, I can't think what it's for. There's like a rider's guide to all the, not restrictions, but the help and stuff that's in place for people with different is disabilities, are we allowed to use that word? Impairments, we'll say that because I don't want to say it. Yeah, impairments. Interpreting services in American Sign Language may be requested at no charge for select in-park live action shows in Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. You have to email requests. They must be sent with a minimum of 14 days advance notice, and that email address is signlanguageservices@universalorlando.com, and you'll be contacted prior to your visit to confirm arrangements. So if you've got a last minute trip, well, you're knackered.
Well, I would still try. Expect a no, but you could still try.
Yeah.
So, because I guess they have to then find somebody who's available to work that day.
Probably, yeah.
So it's giving everybody plenty of notice.
Yeah, it's interesting, like to have a live show and not have a sign language interpreter, because I think we're just used to seeing them.
Yeah.
My mom does not use American Sign Language, so she does have a hearing loss, but it's not like a total hearing loss. She wears hearing aids though, which we can get into that later.
Definitely.
So without them, you basically have to be right next to her, or she like kind of leans on lip reading. But American Sign Language isn't something we'd have to take advantage of. So, but it is interesting; they don't always have it.
Yeah, that you have to request it.
But I suppose it's a specialist thing.
Maybe.
Queue monitors with open captions are available at select attractions. For more information, check ride warning signs for availability. The attractions that make use of this are Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, the Hulk Coaster, Jurassic Park River Adventure, Despicable Me, E.T., Fast and Furious, Rip Red Rocket, Men in Black, Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, The Mummy, The Simpsons, and Transformers.
Oh, so they put the captions on Fast and Furious so everyone can hate it, even if you can't hear it properly.
That's quite a list, though. That's quite...
It's just the queue videos, isn't it? It's like ones with queue videos. And it's like interesting when you look at something like Forbidden Journey or Gringotts or Hagrid's, like the pre-shows in there, that they don't have any option, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, I think more people are starting to use caption just like in their daily lives, like even folks that don't necessarily need it. But I know, like myself, like I turn captions on when I watch Netflix, and it's like without them I can't hear.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, so it's like it's good no matter what. It's good for everyone, I think. I think everyone can.
Well, especially if you could be in line and there's a lot of noisy kids around you, so you can't actually hear what's going on. So
the only one I can think of ever actually noticing it on is the Transformers, in the queue for Transformers. I always notice it in there more than anywhere else.
Yeah, and just by memory, I can remember seeing captions on everything. I'm actually surprised that Born isn't on this list. Is it? That was, but maybe it's because there's a little bit of team member interaction with video, so maybe that's why.
I think this is just the queue specifically, not the show themselves.
Well, yeah, there's videos in the queue for Born. Not to spoil it.
Yeah.
Unless we've just missed it off the...
Strange.
It could be old information that hasn't been updated.
It should be always updated.
Well, I know, but these things...
How long's Born been open now? 2 years? It opened just before lockdown, didn't it? Or was it just after lockdown?
It must have been just after, because lockdown was about a month after we came back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it must have been
just after then.
Because we went into lockdown before.
Because everyone was surprised that they opened it when they did, to be fair.
Yeah. Scripts outlining the dialogue for select in-park live-action shows are also available for loan inside Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure at the following locations: Poseidon's Fury, Animal Actors on Location, the Blues Brothers Show, the Born Stuntacular, or even Stuntacular. It's not an easy word to say that, apparently. And the Horror Makeup Show.
I want these. I want these scripts. As a Universal fanatic who does a podcast, I want the scripts for these shows.
So ask for them for loan.
They won't give us them.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, it says for loan.
Just take pictures of them. I would love that. I would love
But if they're available for loan...
But you'd have to prove that you were, I'm assuming.
I don't know. That doesn't seem right to be like, prove it. Prove that you did.
Exactly, yeah. There's plenty of people with invisible impairments. Yes. So I don't think you're allowed to...
That's a good point, Tracy. And actually, I think it was on a Little Things that Seth did, the lanyard that you now can get for like to let TSA agents know. It's called the like Invisible Disabilities lanyard.
Oh, yes.
I learned about this on the podcast, and we utilized it on this trip. So we ordered one for my mom. It was so nice.
Awesome.
Which you'd think, I mean, when she's in spaces like this, she does use a sight cane, like a white cane. So you'd think that folks would understand that she might need a little bit of extra time, but the lanyard seemed to make all the difference at the airport. So definitely, if you're kind of on the fence about grabbing one of those, I would. And it was very affordable. I want to say it was under $10 with shipping.
Okay.
Seth Kabursky, the man with the info again.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to guests with vision disabilities, the Universal Orlando Resort Guide for Rider Safety and Accessibility. That's what it is available for loan in large print and embossed in Braille at guest services lobbies at Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. And in addition, large print and Braille scripts outline the dialogue for the select in-park live action shows are available for loan. I don't know why they have to say loan. We know they're not going to give you them inside both parks and at the following locations. So if I ran the zoo, is this stuff to read in if I ran the zoo? Poseidon's Fury, Animal Actors on Location, the Blues Brothers Born Stuntacular, and the Horror Makeup Show. And speaking of white canes, bro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, good segue for me. White canes. Many attractions can accommodate you if you have a white cane, or they can provide a storage compartment on the ride vehicle to place your cane. Your cane may need to be collapsed on some attractions. On attractions where your cane may be lost due to ride forces and presents a potential hazard to other guests, an attractions attendant will hold your cane for you after you're seated. It will be available as soon as the attraction vehicle is stopped in the unload area. The following attractions will hold your white cane until you're done with the experience: Dr. Doom, Flight of the Hippogriff, Forbidden Journey, Velocicoaster, The Incredible Hulk Coaster, Pteranodon Flyers, Reign of Kong, E.T. Adventure, Fievel's Playland Water Slide, Gringotts, Rip Ride Rocket, Men in Black, The Mummy, Woody Woodpecker Nut House Coaster. So basically all of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And we have utilized that. It's pretty awesome. So she can have her cane. Part of the cane is, so you don't necessarily use it to like lean on it, right? It doesn't hold you up, but she can keep it in front of her. So to alert her to like a cliff or a step up or step down, which we know when you're getting on a ride vehicle, there can be tons, because I trip all the time having full vision. So she can use her cane to get all the way seated and then either fold it up and stick it in, a compartment, or hand it to the attendant. And they're magic, because it really is right back. However they hand it off to another team member, they have it waiting for you when you get off. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking good. Gringotts is the one that's springing to mind at this point, where that potential hazard, because you go 30 miles down on the lift and then have to go up a flight of stairs to get to the actual load station. So going up those steps, and it's quite dark as well. So yes, being able to have a white cane right till you get on the vehicle is huge. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. I mean, all the queues are dark if you think about it. And what the disease my mom has in particular, it actually, it's really difficult for her at night and any time that her eyes need to adjust, which I think is hard for everyone.
Yes.
Coming from the Florida sun to like a queue, like think of like the castle, the Hogwarts castle and things, like it's so dark, it takes your eyes a minute to adjust, but it takes hers even longer. So having that available. And then we also use something called side guiding, where one of us is just on the opposite side of where the cane is. And so she can just kind of trust us that we're going to let her know, is there a step or is there a curve, anything like that.
Yeah. Because I can imagine theme parks are a nightmare to traverse.
They're a nightmare anyway for us with full vision. And then if you think about just having, essentially like the way you can think about her eyesight is she has no peripheral vision at all. So what she sees is kind of what's right in front of her, which, I mean, crowds in general at these places are a nightmare. Even when you can see everything around you, but had to have limited visibility, that's tough.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So trained service animals are welcome at Universal Orlando. Animals who do not meet the definition of a service animal will not be permitted into the park. Service animals must be harnessed, leashed, or tethered unless these devices interfere with the service animal's work or the individual's disability prevents using these devices. In that case, the individual must maintain control of the animal through voice, signal, or other effective controls. In order to assist the owner in making an informed decision about their service animal's safety, each attraction has its own specific entry boarding requirements. To ensure safety of the service animal, its tail or other appendages must not extend beyond the floor of the ride vehicle. Guests may experience the following attractions with their service animal: Spider-Man, Camp Jurassic. I can just see one of them going down one of those twirly
That'd be awesome.
tubes. Carousel, The Cat in the Hat, High in the Sky, Zoo's Trolley Train Ride, Hogwarts Express, Jurassic Park Discovery Centre, Me Ship the Olive, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, Poseidon's Fury, Reign of Kong, and Stormforce Acceleratron in Islands. Stormforce Acceleratron?
You are not taking your service dog on Stormforce Acceleratron.
Wow. Not with me, anyway.
No. I can't imagine ever taking... I mean, it's funny how it says service animal. Aren't they always dogs?
I think that's the most common.
Yeah. I would say what I've seen in the parks too.
Yeah.
Pretty much all dogs.
Could I have a service llama?
No.
Or a donkey?
No. Some weird
ghost.
attractions there to take a dog on with you, by the way.
Yeah, would the dog like Stormforce Accelatron?
No.
That's the question.
I don't like Stormforce Accelatron. I would not take my dog on it.
It would be tough for the dog to lay down on the floor on that one.
Yes.
But hey. All right. And at Universal Studios, you can take your service animal to animal actors on location. Awesome. They can meet some movie stars. The Blues Brothers Show, The Bourne Spectacular, Curious George Goes to Town, Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, E.T., Fast and the Furious, Fievel's Playland, The Hogwarts Express, Kang and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl, Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, The Simpsons, Transformers, and the Horror Movie Makeup Show.
Quite a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It seems to be. I don't ever remember seeing a service dog in the park, but I see them all over Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some in the park. And I mean, that's what they're trained for. So hopefully they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, my mom has one sibling that has the same disease she does, and they do use a service animal. And I know if she were to go to a theme park or something, she would definitely take her dog, whose name is Boo. He's awesome. And yeah, I mean, the thing that I love about seeing service animals in the park too is like their owners take such good care of them because they all have like the shoes so their paws don't get too hot because it's so hot in Florida.
Good, yes.
And I've seen some with sunglasses, so it's not too bright for them, which I love that. What could be cuter?
Yeah, because let's be honest, Florida for a dog is not a good place to be.
It's not really a good place for human to be.
That's true.
To be fair. Yeah, so we also contacted Seth and asked about wearing hearing aids on rides. He told us it depends on the type of aid and how well it's fitted. He wears his glasses without a strap on everything. He's brave. I always wear a strap on my glasses, except for Velocicoaster, which I think anything that's loose would just fly off anywhere. So he imagines that good hearing aids should be fine. His brother-in-law wears hearing aids and they've ridden Hulk with no problem. And if you do take them out, the suggestion is to just put them in a case and keep them in a zippered pocket or in a fanny pack.
Yeah, which then causes problems if you're getting on something where you've had to go through a metal detector, because then obviously you can't.
Yeah, I don't think they set off, in my experience, they don't set off metal detectors.
Okay.
At least hearing aids don't. And I would say on like roller coasters in particular, it probably just depends on what type of hearing aid. So my mom doesn't wear the over the ear, which are very common. Hers are in ear. And she's normally good on roller coasters. There's no risk of them falling out. But I know something that always really irks her, and maybe we're going to talk about this later, is like, you know how it is at Universal. Every ride has water. Every ride has water. Yeah. And so like last night we were on Spider-Man and I totally forgot about the part where they spray you twice actually. And she was covering her ears. And at first I thought she was just being silly because my nephew was covering his ears, but he's 5. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh yeah, shoot, her hearing aids are going to get wet, which is always a concern. So that's just something to think about. If you have a friend with hearing aids, you might want to let them know where the water is, even if it's just a spray, because it can damage the batteries and damage the hearing aids.
That's a good point, because let's be honest, we've joked about it since starting this podcast that it's not a universal attraction if it doesn't have a combination of fire and water.
Yep.
If hearing aids did get wet though, and you had spare batteries, I'm assuming you can take the batteries out and dry them off and replace the batteries.
Yeah, I think the concern is like they're basically like mini microphones.
Yeah.
And so the water can actually damage them. So like when when we go to the pool and stuff, she just takes them out.
Yeah.
Just to be safe, and then you just have to be really close or right in front of her so she can read lips. But yeah, that's always been a peeve of hers. And like if we go on like a water ride like Popeyes or Dudley Do Right, she'll take them out, and just like Seth said, she has a little container that's waterproof that she just wears like a lanyard around her neck.
Perfect.
So she has them immediately once the ride's over.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We've also done a little bit of delving ourselves and found out that medical lockers should be available at all load and unload stations of all the rides. So anyone who has an issue of needing their hearing aids but not wanting to risk them on the attractions, you should get to the ride and talk to a team member at every ride. Tell them
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you might need the team lead.
Yeah. So before, like the first team member you hit on the entrance of that ride, at every ride, and tell them you need a medical locker, and that team member will instruct you from there.
Yes. Our good friend Kelly Wood got in touch with some tips too. As a teacher of the deaf, I've helped several of my family's plan trips to Orlando. I have some really important tips to share from experiences my students and their families have had. 1. If you or your child wear digital hearing aids or cochlear implants that are programmed to suppress background noise, bring a lot of options for backup batteries, way more than you are used to. With the constant loud background noise of a theme park, the batteries and hearing devices could drain way faster than on a typical day because the processors are working so hard to dampen the ambient sound. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Dead batteries with no backups can be a nightmare, especially if your devices only use rechargeable batteries. If possible, consider bringing disposable options just in case.
Yeah, if it's suppressing background noise, think about it. Just, I'm sure, just the background music loops in each area will be classed as that background noise, so it'll just be on all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
Related to that, if someone in your party uses a Bluetooth microphone or a personal DM device, make sure to bring it to the park to help with the background noise. This is especially true for kids. All the noise can be overwhelming and make it difficult to hear anything from a parent calling their name to a team member giving safety instructions.
I'm going to ask, what's a personal DM device? I should have asked Kelly.
Digital modulation systems.
I have no idea.
Tools to allow people to hear better in noisy, busy environments. So I think it just kind of cuts away all the sound except for what you want to focus on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Number 3, she says, we've kind of talked about this, bring compatible waterproofing gear, especially in summer. Between sweat, humidity, and additional water features around the parks, you might encounter more moisture than you anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, don't walk through Toon Lagoon.
No. And be careful near the misting stations, because I'm realising now how many
There's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't tend to go through them very often, but you still get a light misted.
Yeah, just
walking past from the breeze.
It makes me think of the combination of talking to Kelly last week of her dairy allergy, and then people with hearing and vision impairments. How lucky we are that we don't have to deal with these things in the parks, because the theme parks are stressful enough as it is without having to deal with extra things on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 4, don't forget to take frequent breaks if possible. For children, the sensory-friendly room might be a great option for a quiet break. For adults, try and find some quiet, out-of-the-way spaces to stop and have a snack or a drink while giving yourself a break from overwhelming auditory input. Yeah. That actually is something that I like to do as well, because I get overwhelmed by all the noise and people. So, yeah.
Trying to find quiet in a theme park? Yeah, no.
Why do you think I go to the restroom so often?
I think we did, it's way back now, an episode with Maureen of her top 5 places to get away from the crowds. It was a long time ago. Maybe we should update that, actually.
We probably should, because the problem was that shortly after that, a lot of those places became the designated smoking areas.
Yes,
which I think is terrible.
Maureen, get in touch with me.
But now there's no smoking of any type on property, is there now? So no vaping, no e-cigarettes.
I don't know, actually.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I was just there last night, and leaving City Walk, I was behind a party smoking a cigarette. I think there still are, because it's always kind of bummed me out that the place with the best view of the lagoon down by Mythos, like behind it, is like a smoking area. I think that's still true.
I thought that it was okay on City Walk, but in the actual parks themselves, you now couldn't.
I am just looking it up on the website. So, in accordance with Florida Amendment 6, all restaurants and bars that serve food are smoke-free areas. Smoking is permitted only in designated areas. For your convenience, there are currently 6 smoking areas at Universal's Islands of Adventure, 8 at Universal Studios Florida, and 3 at Universal's Volcano Bay. All other areas outside of these are smoke-free.
Not that it stops people, because I have seen them.
Yeah, people will vape anywhere.
Yeah.
In the lines, and yeah.
So yes, it's now over to Brooke to tell us her boots on the ground. There's that phrase again. Experience of dealing with these 2 issues. Brooke.
I'm going to say Birks on the ground, because I was wearing Birkenstocks last night. So my Birks on the ground experience. I think these are great tips. I think Universal does the best that they can to accommodate like guests of all type, and kind of something that I said earlier that I'll say again. I think accessibility accommodations usually are just great for every guest. It's not necessarily what's best for those who might be like in the minority of needing the accommodations. So I think they've done a great job at incorporating accessibility and accommodations kind of inherently from the ground up, like the way that they're building queues now and things like that. I think they've done a good job at just building that in so that it's not something that is in addition to, it's just a part of the experience.
Yeah.
And as a guest, the one plug that I'll put in here is I kind of talked a little bit about this earlier, like the hidden disabilities. Like when you looked at my mom, if she wasn't holding her cane, she doesn't look disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes we are quick to recognize those who you can visually observe something about them and say, okay, they need accommodations. But just keep that in mind as you're interacting with other folks or you're walking in the park. Just if you see somebody kind of taking their time and you're in a hurry, you don't need to push around them. I know everyone's always in a hurry, but just keep that in mind as you're interacting with guests. Or maybe if somebody pushes past you and they run into you, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they just didn't see you because we definitely do that a lot. Walking with my mom for sure.
Yeah. Something that we didn't actually mention that I've just thought about is if you are unsure when you enter the parks, just go straight to guest services and see what they can offer you, because they may have other ideas as well.
Yeah. Brooke, your mom, as far as that, is she, I don't want to use the word eligible, but for the guest assistance card?
Yeah, that's a really good question. You know, when we were younger, that was our first stop usually. Like when we were little and we were first coming into the parks, we'd always stop at guest services. And when I can remember being younger and they always had something, and it usually was like a version of like a disability pass or like almost like an express pass where we had a different queue experience, which was always great because we mentioned that the queues are always the tough part because they're so dark. Every single queue is dark. And that's my mom's like one pet peeve with theme parks in general. All the queues are dark. So we could actually go through a different part of the queue that was a little bit better lit. So that was something that we always did. But then it seems like through the years as we've gotten older, maybe they've changed the eligibility around those. And we kind of stopped making that stop. But I think a part of that too is us getting older and being more conscious and being more aware of like her needs, and also just not being in such a hurry and knowing that we can take our time and experience what we want to experience. But we actually maybe we'll try again and we'll see what recommendations the team members have for us to maybe have like a good experience. I mean, it's always a good experience, but you know what I mean? A better, more functional experience for our family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that all menus for restaurants will be available in Braille as well.
That's an interesting question now, because a lot of them have gone onto digital menus, haven't they, since COVID?
They must have something. Or maybe there's somebody who will just come and read the menu to you. I don't know.
Maybe.
There's got to be options here.
You would assume, like, how many people with a visual impairment are going to be there on their own? So I suppose you would assume that they were with someone who could read it for them.
Yeah, or like an assistive device, like a lot of phones, you know, like an iPhone has that built in where if you scan the QR code, for instance, like you could turn on the, read aloud function too, like if you use a device like that. Yeah.
I didn't know about that. That's very good.
Because I know a lot since COVID, like it's not still going on.
We're on monkeypox now, don't worry.
A lot of the restaurants it's just a QR code now, isn't it? You just scan the QR code and it brings the menu up that way, and it's like
for somebody tech illiterate like me, it's a nightmare.
Well, you just let me
I just starve.
Yeah. But as far as like visiting with your mom, Brooke, is there any other sort of advice or hints or tips or anything that you've had to deal with that you think people would benefit from knowing?
That's a good question.
Because we've covered a lot of ground there.
Yeah, we did. I would just say like the one other thing you might consider, we all have flashlights on our cell phones, but like the low light is what can be tough for somebody with a vision impairment. So entering queues or in restaurants where there might be like low light, just have maybe an extra flashlight so that the phone battery doesn't wear down all day if you have that out. Because I know like if we walk into a queue that's dark, like we can whip out a teeny tiny flashlight and just shine it on the ground, just so just to illuminate the floor where we're walking. So just so she has like a little bit more confidence about where she's headed. that tends to help. And just take your time, and, you know, think about others too, is like the advice that I would have, because you're going to get to do the things that you want to do, but just be considerate of those around you.
Yeah, does she go to horror nights with you then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has. Yeah, so she doesn't go every time, but she totally has.
Yeah, so how does she deal with horror nights then?
Oh, well, she's totally a part of like the family jump scare culture, which is great. And
Awesome.
it sounds terrible that we do scare our mom who's blind and deaf, but we totally do.
That's what families do.
And she loves it, and she scares us back. And usually when she can scare us, that's like her highlight, because she's always the one getting scared. But yeah, she loves horror nights. What I love is, you know how when you're walking through scare zones, you'll be walking, you're thinking you're walking next to like your family member or your partner, and you're walking next to a scare actor, and it kind of startles you.
Done that.
They will walk next to my mom for 5 minutes and she won't notice. And they start to get like a little bit bummed, like what the heck, you know? And then finally she'll notice and she'll scream. But yeah, she loves horror nights. She's a great sport about that stuff. I will say the queues at horror nights are a nightmare.
Yes.
Obviously because it's already dark. And those things are not set up to be functional for everyone, because they're what they have to be, just packing people into those spaces. So just be conscious in the queues too of, you know, I know I'm sure it's frustrating to be behind my family when you're in a queue, because we do take it pretty slow, but that's just because we need to. And, you know, it's basically a hurry up and wait type of situation. It always cracks me up when I see people like jogging through a queue just to get to the next point to wait. We're all going to get there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I suppose that's the tip then, that even if you are a family like yours then, Brooke, and you feel that pressure, I'm sure it's easy to feel that pressure from people behind you to go faster than you need to. It's just go, do you know what, we need to move at this pace, and I don't care whether you want to be past, this is the pace we need to go out and stick to it. Because like you say, let's be honest, that queue area behind Jimmy Fallon is it's hell on earth for someone who's able-bodied. It's just awful. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. I hope that information helps people out.
Yeah. If it helps just one person, that's great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, and John, I hope it's answered some of your questions. I know that we've been chatting backwards and forwards. I've already given you this information anyway. But yeah, and if anybody else has got any other hints or tips that can help us out, send them in, because we'll share it gladly.
Definitely, yeah.
Most definitely. And I'm an open book if you guys have questions. I don't represent or speak for like an entire community of people, but if you guys had questions for me as a family that's been going for a long time, I would be happy to answer any questions.
Awesome.
That's so kind of you.
Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Cool, yeah, because it's like, like we said, we're learning things about the parks. I've really enjoyed sort of delving into things more.
Well, there's nothing to say that we won't end up going with somebody with some sort of impairment.
That is very true. Forewarned is forearmed, as they say.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Anything else to add? No? Okay.
Maybe in 2 weeks' time, we might get the whole team back together.
Hang on, what's the date in 2 weeks?
Because it's been a while. It'll be the 18th.
I might be here.
It's been a while.
It has. Oh, no, it's later in the week I go away. That's okay.
Oh, is that week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, then I guess we are going to wrap up another UUOP with a Universal Is. And this one comes from, no great surprises, Brooke herself.
Have you actually got one, Brooke? I know I kind of sprung this on you at the last minute.
That's okay. I asked the family, so I think I do have one.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. So, of course, if you would like to get involved, just let us know what you think Universal is in 3 words or less, and send that over to podcast@uuopodcast.com, or however you want to get them to us. Be creative. But for this episode, Brooke, it's over to you.
Universal is our second home.
See you next time.
That was another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, the best and only podcast about Universal Orlando on the island. Check us out on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcasts, news, and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your questions, comments, and listener debate submissions to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Join the Producers Club by emailing us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, for all your other theme park news. So until next time, this is Amity 6. Call off the Marines. We're coming home.